Hey, StockPulse family, welcome back. This is Patrick with Talking Hidden Treasures, and today I'm here with Scott Petsel, and of course, he is from Metallic Minerals, president of Metallic Minerals. Thank you. Welcome back.
Thanks, Patrick. Great to be here.
Yeah, so today I just want to get into it a little bit. Let's talk about what you guys found. And now you have two really great projects that are going on, and we'll get to both of them. But quickly, let's touch on Caribou. What's going on with Caribou?
Well, I think, Caribou is a target area at our Keno Silver Project in the north central part of the Yukon territories in Canada there. And we announced the new results from our last bit of drilling in 2022 on the Caribou Target, which were designed at expanding our resource-ready targets to a resource stage for an inaugural resource to be calculated and put out to the public here in the second half of 2023. That's the goal. The new results are really high-grade results that show grades up to 1,300 gram per ton silver, which is pretty high-grade stuff, but also some flexibility in the idea that we've identified the Caribou Target as already existing with 71 different pierce points on it near surface. No drilling is below 150 meters on the target at all. So it's very close to surface, which should be easy to mine, but it's a very shallow dipping target area. And we're seeing some parallel veins and stockwork zones that might actually make it amenable to bulk tonnage or open pit mining methodologies, which is a little bit different and perhaps lower cost than what we see across the rest of the Keno Silver District. But it still has that high grade component to it as well. So these are really interesting results, and they really help us as we move forward on this resource calculation that we're working on right now with SGS Geosciences and hope to have out by the end of this year.
Yeah, that's really great news. Anytime you can bring down the costs of supplies to get it out of the ground is pretty cool stuff. So let's take a second and shift over to La Plata. But tell me about that. I know that happened, that news release was right around PDAC, and I mean, it was hot news. Let's talk a little bit about that. This is the first time I get to talk to you about it.
Yeah, it was really, really exciting news. It was February 28th, so just a few days before the PDAC convention that we put that news release out. We drilled a hole in 2022 on our La Plata project here in southwestern Colorado. I'm on site today, of 816 meters of continuous mineralization that graded nearly, well, it did grade 0.41% copper equivalent, which is a pretty good, solid grade for what looks to be perhaps a block cave operation from underground. Very early stage in terms of defining what the ore body looks like, but it has that characteristic now in terms of its shape. This hole that was drilled ended in mineralization, it ended in high-grade mineralization. So the hole actually increased in grade as we went down the hole. I mentioned it was 816 meters at 0.41%. Well, the last 350 meters runs about 0.7+% copper equivalent. So really high grade. And the last few meters had really advanced amounts of precious metals. So we had high silver content, high gold content, and multi-gram platinum palladium mineralization in the hole as well. And unfortunately, the hole had to stop because of technical reasons, but we look forward to getting back out there next year and continuing this work and actually getting to a target depth, which initially for us was 1,000 meters in this hole, and picking up additional mineralization. This hole by itself was top 2 or 3 holes, one of the top 2 or 3 holes in North America in the last few years. So it's really putting the La Plata project and the La Plata district on the map as a potential source for copper and precious metals in the Western U.S., nice stable jurisdiction where, even the U.S. government has now put the search out for critical minerals across the Western U.S. and is funding studies, even in the La Plata district, to look for these critical minerals. So we think we're really well positioned. We had some great success with that drilling on the La Plata project, and we look forward to announcing a new resource update on it here in the next several months, and are getting excited about the opportunities of getting back out to the project and doing more work here. So
you're not the only one getting excited, because when I hear you guys are actually finding the stuff that we desperately need for our communities to run and thrive, it gets me excited. Not only that, because I know you're in the same area right around me. I'm looking forward to get out there and just seeing what you guys are doing. Because to me, when you understand intrinsically that we have a desperate need for these precious minerals and we don't know where that supply is coming from, especially as these geopolitical events evolve, we need to have our own domestic production now more than ever. So kudos to you guys, Scott, for getting the job done and putting points on the board.
Yeah, thanks. It's been great. And it really has generated a lot of interest, not only from other mining companies. Based on the announcement, we had a lot of traffic at PDAC to see the core that we had out on display there. But we're even seeing auto manufacturers, first time I've ever seen it in our industry, where they're coming around and they're looking to find sources, domestic secure sources for these critical minerals to help in their auto manufacturing process as they go forward. We need these metals for these batteries and this green energy transition, and all the better if we can avoid not only supply chain issues, but overcome these international tensions that are part of our world these days. And so we're really fortunate to have such a great project and a great target area, and we really look forward to advancing that as we go forward here in the next several years.
Well, Scott, we'll be watching for sure for the next update. As soon as you guys update the resource there, I'll be watching and looking for another chat with you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. I appreciate it.